Hi, welcome back to Shubiro TV. My name is Smiley, the face behind the channel. And in this video, I'm going to make a turnaround on the channel. We're going to have a face-to-face discussion where we talk about things that impact our life. This video is about the economics of the diaspora. But before I delve into the video, kindly subscribe to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the reliability and if it is worth it for someone to actually travel and go to the diaspora. By the diaspora, I'm talking about such countries as the United States of America, New Zealand, Canada, and Great Britain. Why is it so? Like, we have to talk about these things. We have to conscientize each other and we have to open each other's mind. Probably the information that I'm going to say is going to be controversial. Why? Because most likely I haven't yet been to some of the countries that I've just mentioned. But it's based on my personal opinion and the research that I just did. I will draw your minds back to some time in our lives. Probably when some of us were young and some of you who are watching this video were even younger than what you are right now. Back then, it was an ultimate goal for someone to have a relative who stays in the diaspora, or to actually be the one who stays in the diaspora. You would feel like royalty if you tell people that you have an aunt who is in the United Kingdom. Why? Because the people who stayed there during those times used to send us a lot of money back in Zimbabwe. I used to joke with my friends that when we go to our rural areas during the festive season, us who come from the towns will be royalty, but we will only be royalty as long as the people from the diaspora are not yet back. The moment when they come back, we just become the regular Jack and Jews and the Fudzamombes like all the others, because the royalty will have come. So that picture that we are having, that picture of having relatives who are staying in the United Kingdom, who are staying in Canada, who are coming back with money, and some of them who are coming back with a skin tone that is refined, and some of them speaking this English that we had never had, gave us this zeal of wanting to be that relative, of wanting to go to the United Kingdom, of wanting to go to New Zealand, to the United States, and to Canada. But the question that we must ask ourselves is that right now, in 2026, is it economic? Is it worth it for people to go to the United Kingdom, for people to go to the diaspora? And the answers that I have are two answers. The first answer is yes, but to a less extent. And then the other answer is no, and to a great extent. Let me unravel it and talk to you and tell you what I mean and what I'm talking about. The world that we are living in right now is highly dynamic. And in years past, it was very economic for people to go to the United Kingdom. Some of the reasons why it was very economic for people to go to the diaspora was because the money that we used in Zimbabwe was the Zim dollar. It had less value as compared to the money, the Great British Pound, the Canadian dollar, the Australian dollar, and the US dollar. So when juxtaposed, you would see that it was very economic for someone to go there, make a lot of money, and then that money would be translated to a lot of Zim dollars. However, the economy that we are living in right now is an economy which is very digitalized, and it has become a global economy where even right now in Zimbabwe, we are using the actual Zim dollar. So you would find that there are people that are staying in Zimbabwe right now who are actually making a sustainable amount of money. I wouldn't say there are people in Zimbabwe that are making more than the people that are staying in the US or in the UK. But then there are people who are in Zimbabwe who are making a sustainable amount of money. Yes, the money that people are making in Zimbabwe may be little when compared to the money that people are making in the UK, in New Zealand, and in Canada. But you would find that the standards of life in developed countries are very expensive. You would find that a person who's earning $2,000 a month in the United States of dollars, they may not do a lot of things with that money, because sometimes the rentals are going for $1,500. Transportation is very expensive. Unlike someone who's earning $500 in Zimbabwe. While earning $500 in Zimbabwe, probably they're just paying $60 for rent. So it's not really economic for every Jack and Jew to thrive and to aspire to want to go to the diaspora. So one thing that is making it uneconomic for people to go to the diaspora is that the currency that we are using in Zimbabwe is almost the same as the currency that is used there in the diaspora. Another thing that is making it not economic for someone to go and live in the diaspora is the competitiveness of the job market. The jobs that are existing on the market right now needs people who are learned, and as education is advancing, we now have the diaspora looking for people like engineers, looking for people like medical doctors and other people in high profile jobs. And a lot of the regular Zimbabweans may not have learned to that extent. So it is not economic for them to just move away from Zimbabwe and go to the diaspora with the hope of making a lot of money as what we saw when we were kids. And the advantage, however, that going to the diaspora has is that there is very good service delivery. The health systems of the diaspora, they are like so advanced when compared to our health systems. There are qualified nurses, qualified doctors, ambulances, working infrastructure and working roads. So if someone is to go to the diaspora for themselves, probably that would make sense. But for every other person, for us to just go on aeroplanes and travel to the diaspora, I don't think it makes sense. It's just my opinion. There are a lot of cases that we are hearing about people who are living in the UK, people who come from Zimbabwe, people who will have sold all their belongings. There's a family that I was told about that sold their house so that they would foot the bill to travel to the United Kingdom. But when they go to the United Kingdom, things started being hard for them. And when they go to the United Kingdom, things being hard, us who will have been left behind, we have a lot of expectations from them. Our mentality is that they went to the United Kingdom. We will start calling them. We want money for this, we want money for that. We'll start flexing about them, telling our friends that I have an aunt, I have an uncle who is in the United Kingdom. But those people, when they were in Zimbabwe, yes, probably they were earning peanuts, but they managed to budget and utilize those peanuts to build their house, to buy their assets. But because of the fairy tale that we already have, that we know of the diaspora being this huge and this beautiful place, they ended up selling their belongings just to foot the bill. And when they got there, they started doing menial and petty jobs, being paid, yes, according to Zimbabwean standards, a lot of money, but according to UK standards, not so much money. And when they are there, they are working tirelessly, getting into a lot of jobs, so that they will make ends meet. But wasn't it better for them to just have stayed in the house that they had built in Zimbabwe? Because right now they're on ground zero. In Zimbabwe, they no longer have an identity. They sold their assets, they sold their house, and there are a lot of people that are in Zimbabwe who are now looking for them, who are looking at them, expecting them to give them money. There where they are staying, they don't have a property, they have a lot of rentals that have to be paid, and they are working manual jobs, a lot of them, to make ends meet. So the advice that I have for someone who's watching my video right now is that if you really feel like you want to go to the diaspora, you have to really consider it. Don't go to the diaspora for the sake of going there. Rather, you should go to the diaspora knowing that the job that I'm going to do is going to be a job that is high paying, knowing that I'm guaranteed to have a job when I get to the diaspora. And as well, it is also important that when you get to the diaspora, you send back money and do investments here, because Zimbabwe is the future. Plus, even the authorities, vanototi nyika inovakwa nevene vayo. Let's build back so that we make our country bigger, we make our economy to be a competitive economy that can be juxtaposed with those of the countries that we are going to. Right, I mentioned the issue of investing back home. That's another issue that is very important. There is this picture that is being painted by people who are in the diaspora, who are investing back home. That's the next video that we want to do, where we're going to be talking about the economics of someone who is in the diaspora, who wants to invest back home. There's a picture that people are showing that it's very good to invest back home, it's very easy, and it's the next thing, and it's the next big thing. Is it worth it? Let's talk about the economics of investing back in Zimbabwe as someone who is in the diaspora in the next video. If you find this video to be thought-provoking, I would appreciate if you write your comments in the comment section and expand the debate and expand the topic as we talk about the economics of going to the diaspora. That was what I had for you today. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.